Well everybody, today is finally the day. And by the day, I mean finally the day I get my hands on a GeForce RTX 3080 that should be right here in this box. Coming from Tech, which is the online PC store here in Australia where I get my PC products from. Well, some of them at least. So let's have a look at what's inside. Let's see if I can do this one-handed, which may or may not happen. There it is. You can see some color. Just cut the ends here. And here we go. The unboxing of the box. That is, ooh, pretty. The Galax GeForce RTX 3080. Wow, it's huge. Huge box this thing comes in. Let's have a look. Let me get the bubble wrap out of the way. And here we are. Oop. And there we have it, everybody. The Galax RTX 3080. Finally, I've got my hands on one of these things. So let's proceed to my unboxing of this card and see what lies beneath. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next part of this video where we start unboxing it for real, now that we've unboxed the box. And welcome back everybody. So now I am sat down and I have our GeForce RTX 3080 right here in front of me from the brand Galax, and today we're going to perform our unboxing of this video card right before we get into testing it. So this is obviously this is the first time that I'm really holding the RTX 3080 right here in front of me. I pretty much got home, saw that the parcel had been delivered, and went immediately into recording this video. So you guys are seeing it as much firsthand as I am. Bear in mind I ordered this card on the first day of launch for the RTX 3080 and I've only just got it today. So that's the current lead time in Australia from buying it on an online reseller based in Australia and then having the card come in and then getting the card shipped to me, which came from another state in Australia, Victoria. So yeah, so obviously I chose to buy the Galax version of the card. Why did I choose to buy the Galax version of the card? Well, I thought, well, I'm going to review this card and I'm going to test its performance. And I want a good, well, basically the current card I'm running in my editing rig, if you watch that build video, is the Galax version of the RTX 2080 Ti. So I thought, having the same brand, it's going to have much the same sort of characteristics regarding coolers, etc. And that's why I chose to get the Galax RTX 3080 to test against the Galax RTX 2080 Ti. So anyway, let's get into the unboxing here, as I'm sure you're all eagerly anticipating seeing what's inside, as I know I am. And I really can't wait to get this in a system to test its performance and hopefully settle into using it as my new card. So anyway, we'll start with the front of the box, which is pretty self-explanatory. Guy with a hoodie, something about what's our game, and an interesting thing here about a booster fan, which is different. So we're going to have a look at that when we get into the box. Obviously it's the GeForce RTX 3080 chipset, 10 gig of GDDR6X RAM, and yeah, that's pretty much what the front of the box is. If we go around to the back of the box, we get some you know, some stuff about Galax, 4K gaming, multi-display, 4K Ultra HD, and some other bits and pieces of information, a bit of a blurb about our nice new graphics card, and you know, maximize your performance, enjoy smoother gameplay, experience richer visuals. Yep, pretty much all the stock standard stuff you'll find on a modern day graphics card in this current day and age. You guys can see that better than me at the moment, so I'm not going to try and read it upside down, as that would be kind of silly, but anyway, that's the back of the box. The sides of the box are pretty well self-explanatory. GeForce RTX 3080, GeForce RTX 3080, top of the box, GeForce RTX 3080, and now the bottom of the box actually has some specs for me to read, so I'll read that out to you guys. So it's got 2nd gen ray tracing cores, 3rd gen tensor cores, PCI Express Gen 4, it's Microsoft DirectX 12 Ultimate compliant, has got GDDR6X memory, NVIDIA DLSS, GeForce Experience, NVIDIA G-Sync, NVIDIA GPU Boost, game-ready drivers, Vulkan RT API, OpenGL 4.6, DisplayPort 1.4a, and HDMI 2.1. It's HDCP 2.3 ready and is VR ready. And it requires a PCI Express graphics slot, internet connection, system space for a 3-slot card, so this must be a 3-slot card we're dealing with here. 2 PCIe 8-pin power connectors, so you don't need that new 12-pin connector you may have seen on videos and with some of the launch material. This card is running just the standard 2 8-pin connectors, so it's going to be perfectly compliant with any power supply that you currently have. Of course, as long as it's genuinely modern within the last, 3 or 4 years. And I would advise with this card that you probably want at least an 850 watt power supply at minimum to run this card. Although I think you might be able to get away with it with a 700 watt power supply, but I tell you now, I wouldn't really want to be the guy trying to run this on a 700 watt power supply. It would probably work, but needless to say, there's not going to be the headroom there for the GPU to boost. There's not going to be the headroom for the CPU to boost either, and you're just not going to have that leeway that you kind of want to have. It does say here on the box that it does recommend a 750 watt power supply, so I would definitely put another 100 watts on top of that and go an 850 watt. Better safe than sorry. You can never have too much power when you're dealing with graphics cards of this caliber. And of course, Microsoft Windows 10 64-bit. Included in the box, GeForce RTX 3080 graphics card. And then it's got a nice little DirectX 12 Ultimate logo there. So I'll just show that to you guys so you can have a bit of a look. Freeze the frame or pause the video if you need to have a bit more of a look, but that's pretty much it. So that is the outside box of our 3080. Now, as you can see, it has the seal, perfectly still sealed. So this is a true unboxing. And well, you guys literally just saw me take it out of the box that got shipped to me in at the beginning of the video, so... But I always like to point that out. So anyway, let's get into the unboxing with my trusty little carton knife here. And which way are we going to go? Well, I generally like to unbox cards from the top. And I always consider the top to be where the first bit of writing starts. Kind of like that. So, or is it... Yeah. Yep, we're going to go this side. Alright. Here we go, guys. Ooh. There we go, we've broken the seal. We shouldn't need that anymore. So, let's open it up. Gotta say, feeling a little bit nervous here. Knowing the scarcity of these cards in the wild. And the fact that I've actually got one. Here we go, it's coming out. We're shredding one of its layers. Here we go. It seems to have some sort of suction going on here. Wow, this is really stuck in there. Okay. I'll just put that back so it maintains some rigidity. And there we go. We're inside the box. And we have a nice little GeForce RTX. Bit of writing there. There's nothing on the sides. There's nothing on the back. This is your pretty stock standard black box. And now we will go for the reveal of what's inside. So doing it this way so you guys can see. Now I'm going to have a look. Oh, interesting. What's your game? Just a nice little, it's kind of like a acrylic, something or other there. Or was it kind of like a, something to put in your case? I really don't know what this is. It's cool. But I don't know what it is. It's just put that back in there because not really sure what we're gonna do with that as yet. But yeah, I don't know what that is, guys. Maybe it'll tell me when I get deeper into the box. But if you guys know what that is, can you just put it in the comments below? I'd really be interested to know what it is. It's got some sort of, well, it's got an RGB cable here. So one thing we do know is it does light up and it does plug into RGB. So that's kind of cool to have it come along with the card. Bit of an added accessory. I mean, RGB makes things go quicker, right? So we're going to take this off the top once more. Have a good look. If you know what it is, let me know. Okay. And now this is what we see when we get further into the box. So we've got our manuals, our card, and our extra fan. Which is quite interesting that it comes with an extra fan that's not attached to the card, but it comes with it. It's interesting. So we have our one-click sync quick user guide. Which does tell you something about... Oh, it's got like a 5-pin external RGB connector is actually on the end of the card. Must allow it to hook into some sort of RGB on the motherboard or something. But anyway, that's that one. If you want to read it, freeze the frame or pause the video. This is the other side. And then inside this little... Oh, no, there is no inside. It's just that. Anyway, so that... a bit of instructions on the RGB. Here we go. So next up we have the one-click booster installation guide. So this tells us how to hook on our extra fan. I will just do this so you guys can have another look. I suppose I will read more into this when I'm actually reviewing the card and testing its performance. Maybe I'll do some benchmarks with this extra fan attached and some benchmarks with it unattached to see what difference it actually makes to gaming or temperatures. I'm guessing if it's gonna make the card run cooler, it should boost higher, therefore it should be good for cooling and performance by attaching it, but we will see. And then of course we have, Galax Quick Start Guide, or Easy Setup Guide, as it might well be. So this is our handy little setup guide. But I'm pretty sure if you're buying this graphics card, then you're potentially an enthusiast buyer anyway, because you wouldn't be buying this class of graphics card otherwise. And genuinely, you're going to know how to navigate installing this card into your case, and also navigate where to get the latest drivers to install. But for those few percentage of enthusiast users who do not know how to do it, then this probably helps you a lot. So it's good that they include it. I suppose at the end of the day, if they weren't to include it and something was to go wrong, then there'd be outcry and blah de blah blah. What else do we have here? We have another plastic doohickey. I don't know what it does. Maybe something to do with the other thing that we saw. Oh, we have some mounting screws. I'm assuming this is for potentially the extra fan or the RGB doohickey that we've got at the front there. So then we've got that. And what else do we have here? We have, this is the external RGB connector. It's got some sort of, well, it connects to the end of the video card, and then this connects to the motherboard or something. It says in one of those guides there what that exactly does. So that's that. Isn't anything under the card? No, nothing under the card. So we'll have a look at this fan. I'll just quickly take this out of here. Okay, so here we are, guys. This is the extra one-clip booster fan, as it's called. So a one-clip booster fan, that's the front, and that's the back. And then it's got a cable to plug it in. It's the first video card I've ever got that includes an extra fan that is not plugged into the card on arrival. So that's interesting. Put that there. And now what you've all been waiting for, the GeForce RTX 3080 Galax one-click SC clock version or overclock version, something to that effect. Let's get the behemoth out of the box. And as you can see, there is nothing left in the box. We have extracted it all. So I'm going to put the card down. And I'm just going to move this out of the way. And here we are. This, everybody, is the GeForce RTX 3080. And my, what a behemoth of a card this is. I thought the 2080 Ti was big, but whew, this is pretty huge, I gotta say. It's definitely the biggest graphics card that I've ever held in my life. Yeah, that is quite massive. Okay, let's open it up and have a bit of a look, shall we? So this is now the last part of our unboxing. So we'll go to the back here. We'll see the card is still sealed. And we have our back plate there, obviously we can see. We'll just kind of peel off our little sticker here. There we go. Alright, let's get this. Wow. And there it is. I'm gonna show you guys. And there we have it, everybody. Our Galax GeForce RTX 3080. And wow, what a behemoth of a card this is. It's so heavy. I reckon it weighs 2 to 3 kilos easy. It's just one big chunk of metal. It's incredible. And then I'll show you from the underside. So this is what this side of the card looks like. Then the back side of the card. With the card, you know, pointing upways. How beautiful. And then it's so big. So big. And then that way there's our two 8-pin connectors there. And then of course on the back we have our I'll just kind of rest that there a bit. We have our section here for the booster fan to hook onto, which I'm guessing would go like that. And looking at where the clips line up. So that's kind of, I guess, replicating or trying to use some of the design theory behind NVIDIA's reference card of this, where it has the fan there and then the other fan around the other side, I guess. But yeah, at the end of the day, bit of dust on there. But I'm so fidgety with it. It just smells so new too. It's got that nice new hardware smell. Looks like on the top here it has "What's Your Game" as a little RGB strip. If you can see that. But yes. And then on the back, of course, on the I/O plate we have 3 DisplayPort. I think it was 1.41, and then we have the HDMI 2.1. So you're going to be able to hook 4 monitors up to this guy. No worries whatsoever. Now, of course, the GeForce RTX 3080 is built on Samsung's 8nm node. So NVIDIA have gone with Samsung this time round, not TSMC. I think it has 8,704 stream processors. I'm not sure of how many Tensor cores or RT cores it has. But they're, you know, obviously next generation versus the 2000 series, so they're a lot quicker. And yeah, quite an impressive beast, I gotta say. And I really can't wait to get it in the computer and see how she goes. So I guess that's going to be my next port of call. Getting this thing inside a PC and benchmarking it against my 2080 Ti and seeing exactly how it fares. Obviously I've already seen reviews of this card already, but it's going to be nice to do it on my own test bed in my own environment and see how it compares realistically between my 2080 Ti, which I still have, and this 3080. The only criminal thing though is my 2080 Ti is only like 2 months old. I literally built a computer being my new editing system. You can find the video for that build on this channel. Just look for the video on my new editing system. And yes, my 2080 Ti has basically done no work. It has played Microsoft Flight Simulator for a handful of hours, but other than that, it is pretty much a new card still. So it's going to be superseded by this, I feel. But anyway, guys, that is it. That's our unboxing of the Galax RTX 3080 with 10 gig of GDDR6X RAM. And I really hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned to see the review of this card and how it stacks up against my Galax RTX 2080 Ti. Of course, if you liked the video, please hit like before you go. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm a lot. And if you like the content from the channel, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. But finally, I would like to thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.